to Off the Bench. How we doing?
Yep.
We got a special going today for you guys. We're filming with the finals of the NCAA tournament behind us. We've given you guys coverage throughout this whole thing, so we're here to give you our final predictions. We're going to talk about the Buccos who went to a game this weekend. For those of you guys that tuned into our live stream, we'll be putting some video of that in here, hopefully. And
a little laid back today.
Very, very laid back today.
Pretty chill.
Yeah, we've got our guest here, Nate Roebuck.
Buck, baby.
Bucky, baby.
Buck. You know Buck?
Continue.
And then finally, we're going to talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Stanley Cup playoffs. But the last thing we're going to do is we're going to give you guys a little treat. We're going to review a pizza. Tell you what we think of it. It's Pizza Sienna. We'll let you guys
Don't
know.
put it on the floor.
Don't put it on the floor. It's pizza. That's sacrilegious.
Anyway, before we get started, Isaac, it's great to have you back. I know
Thank
we
you.
missed the
Thank you.
last episode. You're getting ready for The Voice.
I was getting ready for The Voice to get kicked off of The Voice.
It's alright. It happens.
It's all right.
Happens to the best of us.
When there's favoritism, I mean, it makes sense.
Okay.
When there's favoritism throughout, it makes sense. When 3 of the 4 judges are theater people,
Yeah.
it's whatever.
It's
I'm not bitter about it,
It's
though.
all right.
I'm not bitter about it, though. But anyway, so let's talk national title. We didn't think either of these teams would be in the final. We got Texas Tech and Virginia. Boys, what are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll start. You know what? Virginia should be lucky. They are. They should be. They are lucky they're here. They should have lost last time against Auburn. You know, you can't make a foul like that, when there's half a second left.
Yeah.
The kid's probably not going to make it anyway. If he makes it, oh well, that's a great shot. But he didn't. But it was still a foul. And he was able to drain 3 free throws and get the win.
Good call by the referee.
It was a good call.
Good call.
Bad.
Bad.
I understand the defense in that. You want to, suffocate him. But you just don't get that close. He's probably not going to make it
Even
anyway.
just put a hand up. Don't get in his body, and that's what ended up happening.
I just get confused about the people who say that there shouldn't have been a foul called.
That was a great call.
I don't care if there's half a second left of the game or if it's tip off. A foul is a foul no matter the point of the game. You call a foul if you see a foul.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion on
Yeah,
that
it
one.
was a good call.
But
Good call.
like you said, a bad play by Auburn.
And then that double dribble, not double dribble.
That was a bad call. That was a bad call.
When watching it live, it didn't really pop off the screen. It just, it just looked like he lost his dribble.
Right.
That's it. But it is what it is. You can't, go back in time.
Exactly. Those are key moments that teams are going to think about, and
Especially the refs. I hope
yes,
the refs think about it a lot.
Yeah.
It is going to be a very defensive battle tonight.
Yeah, we
both
were talking
of these
about that earlier.
teams-
Yeah.
Both of these teams are so good defensively, and that's what they're coached. They coach them offense, but they recruit defense. All these kids are great defensive players playing tonight, and it's gonna be a low-scoring game. Maybe one of the first national championships in the 50s.
We'll
We
see.
could have a championship in the 50s here. So,
Yeah.
Tony Bennett, what a great coach for Virginia.
He wasn't that great of a coach last year.
Well, he's in the national championship. this year.
Well, he shouldn't have been, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Let's
we don't
continue.
look back in the past.
Who's we?
We look right now.
Are you part of Virginia?
No, I'm talking about us.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Talking about Virginia, shout out to Dr. Klein teaching my consumer behaviors class. I got a test on Wednesday. Tune in, Dr. Klein. Anyway.
So, who do you have winning tonight?
Well, you know what? I've been after Virginia this whole tournament, and so once
You
again,
really have? You have?
I have been
This whole
because of
tournament.
last year. That's what happens. You lose it against the 16 seed. You know what? I'm done with you. Go. So I'm taking Texas Tech. Their defense is number 3 in points allowed, only allowing 58.8, and I think a big game from Jared Culver tonight.
He is a good player.
It is. Kind of reminds me of me. Could do it all in high school.
Bucky, who do you have tonight?
I know I don't watch college basketball too often. Haven't kept with the tournament this year, but I heard both these teams are pretty good. But I got to go with Texas Tech.
Bucky, take
Yeah.
Texas
I got to
Tech.
take double T's, baby.
I'll be the lone wolf. I'll take Virginia.
I'll take Virginia with you.
There
Though.
we go.
I think
Right.
that
2-2.
It's all right, Bucky. Horns down.
horns down. I mean, the only good thing to come out of Texas Tech was Patrick Mahomes. So we're talking about sports. We're talking about Cavaliers, the Virginia Cavaliers. Let's talk about the Buccos. We went to
Yeah.
the game this Saturday.
Great day.
Oh,
Great day.
I'll tell you what.
It was a great day for baseball. Beautiful.
Great day for
60-degree
off
day.
the bench. Oh, the babes there. Oh, I'll tell you what.
Yep.
What are you gonna tell me?
Continue.
What
I
are you gonna tell me?
can't. I
You
can't.
can't tell me.
I
All
can't
right.
tell you. We know. We saw it at the game. You know.
I didn't see anything. I'm spoken for.
I
So.
understand. All right. No, and I just.
We saw it. We saw it.
But yeah. Anyway, great game. Josh Bell hit a dinger, his first of the year,
First
right?
of the
He's
year,
on
yeah.
fire. That's,
Yes.
you have his jersey. I'm surprised you didn't wear it tonight, but you have it.
Well, you know, they saw me on Saturday wearing it. It'd be kind of weird if they saw me, you know, tonight wearing it.
Why?
I think he wouldn't change.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like
And
you
it-
wearing your your Cuts jersey on our last episode, and then wearing it to the games. You wear it all week. You weirdo.
Nope.
Yeah. Anyway,
Let's
get
go.
to the Buccos.
Let's get to the Buccos. Speaking of Buccos, let's have Bucky talk about the Buccos.
I got some stuff on the Buccos.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I don't know if you guys watched the game today, but
I watched
It
the
was-
highlights.
yeah, it was awful.
Or lowlights.
defense needs to step it up.
4 errors.
Kevin Newman, Bucky. What do you think about him?
Shortstop. That's the main focus right now. I mean, ultimately, my solution to this would be move Jung Ho to short, have Moran play third.
Yep.
All right, there you go. I like that.
I mean, they got the outfield.
It's
Yeah.
Jung Ho's
Isn't it?
natural position.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the offense is producing. Like, and the pitching, 4th best in the league. ERA of 2.76 as a team. I mean, team fielding percentage is only a 978. It's 22nd in the league.
That's
And they have
ridiculous.
7 errors through 8 games.
Awful.
Got to step it
I mean,
up.
we sat around all off season waiting for them to sign a shortstop. You know, Jose
Sign a-
Iglesias.
yeah. You know?
Never happened.
Nope.
Never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to struggle with that position all year.
We got Eric Gonzalez though from the Tribe for Luplo.
Yeah, I mean he's not bad defensively, but
He can't hit.
Can't hit.
He can't hit with a.
and,
With a dart.
and Newman can't do either. So I mean he had the walk off.
They had
on
the walk off.
Saturday,
He
but
did
sent
have
it
the
really
walk-off.
home.
the Pirates only won so far this year against the Reds.
Yeah.
So hopefully we
Wasn't
can.
there a brawl the other day though?
Yeah, Yasiel
Yasiel
Puig
Puig.
against the whole Pirates team.
That dude's a character.
Tight end on a football team.
I don't know a football team playing baseball.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you got, Noah, on the
You know,
Buccos?
Josh Bell off the
That's my
hot
man.
start.
Yep.
You know they needed this from Josh Bell last year, right, Bucky?
Oh, yeah.
You know, we talked about this all last year when Josh Bell, he'd have great spurts, offensive spurts, and then he'd fall apart. He would go in big slumps, and it happens. I mean, in that long of a season, you're going to go into slumps.
Yeah.
But if Josh Bell can step up, and Jung Ho is another key for them this year.
Yep.
He might be the key piece that they were missing in their offense. You know, but like you said, Bucky, Kevin Newman. I don't know what to say about shortstop.
Yeah.
I you know, like you said, Jung Ho, move him over there. But I can tell you right now, Clint Hurdle's been here for what, 8 years? He's not going to do something. He won't do something in that nature.
Yeah.
Even though Jung Ho's natural position is shortstop, but you know,
That'd be logical.
exactly,
Be logical.
exactly.
I know.
Just like it would be logical to start Elias Diaz when he comes back over Cervelli, but they love Cervelli, so.
Well, yeah, like you said, Josh Bell earlier. He's still a young guy. He's only 26 years old, so I think that's why he had last year. He had little spurts of greatness, and then bogged down a little bit. Maybe this year he actually can finally put it all together. And have a great year. So far, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, and he's averaging 310. So that's a pretty good, start to the season for him. And they're 5-4. They're second in the division.
Yep. Moving on. So, you guys got anything else?
No, that's
No,
all I have to
Good
say.
for the Buccos.
All right. Good for the Buccos. You said, they're second in the Central right now, though,
Yeah,
right?
they are.
A little bit early, yeah.
A little bit pre. It
They give you a little hope at the beginning
give
of the
you a little
season.
hope at the beginning of the
Yeah.
season, and then just anyway.
What?
Moving on. What?
Just a great day at PNC.
It was a
yesterday.
great day at PNC.
You know,
It was
we went to
beautiful
go
weather.
interview people. We
Yeah,
had a lot
we
of
met a couple SVC alum actually.
former Bearcats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
that's
former Bearcats.
Yep.
Didn't even know.
yeah,
But it was a good time. It was
beautiful day.
yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, moving along to one of the probably would you say the most successful Pittsburgh sports team, or would you say the Steelers? Are the
Recently?
most successful?
Recently,
I'd say
the Penguins,
recently.
yeah.
Yeah.
All time,
So,
probably the Steelers.
The more recently successful sports teams we're going to talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins, how they did this year, and what the playoffs are looking like for the Pens. So, Noah, what you got?
think the Pens are finally getting healthy at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, getting Gino back and Letang back, who, you know, they've had spurts of injuries all year long. So if we could get those core players back, you know, you have Crosby and Gensel to go along with that.
Yeah.
Gensel, 40-goal scorer this year. Crosby got his 100th point in the regular season finale against the Rangers. But I have the Pens beating the Islanders in 6 in the first round. So
All right. So, as we see before in the past, all the Pens need to do is just get in the playoffs, and they have a shot at the Stanley Cup. You know, they can flip a switch just like that. They have the skill, they have the leadership, experience, all of that. But I think a big part in the playoffs is going to be Matt Murray.
Yeah,
You know,
that was
how
my big question mark.
He needs to play like pretty much Marc-Andre Fleury out there. He needs to play outstanding, like he was in the first 2 years of his career.
Yeah.
So I think that's big. I know the Islanders have home ice.
Mm-hmm.
But as a Pens fan, I'd say Pens in 6.
Say Pens in 6. I mean, you guys are right. Talking about Sid, as always, one of the most productive, the best player in the NHL right now. People are arguing that McDavid's coming for that title, but McDavid plays on a crap team, so that's beside the point. Gensel has proven in the last couple seasons that he is a playoff player, can score in clutch situations in the playoffs. And like you said with Murray, can he be consistent?
Yeah.
His season's been littered with inconsistency.
Up and down.
He's been up and down. So can he be on the upturn in the playoffs? If not, that could be really bad because Casey Smith is real shaky as a backup.
Matt Murray, to go off him too, a lot of it, not a lot of it, because you don't put it all on the goalie. The defense was bad for most of the year for the Penguins.
They
Tang was injured.
They
right?
did turn it up
a lot
though.
of the year.
They did turn it up in the back half though. I will say.
These last the last month of the season. They got Gabranson.
Yeah, when they got.
And everyone they weren't a big fan of that pickup there, but he really came on and he did well. Now we're getting Mata back from injury.
Exactly.
So
and
the defense is also a big question mark with Murray.
Exactly.
Can the defense hold up? Because we saw in the Washington series last year how many turnovers the Penguins had. It probably lost them that series, all those turnovers.
Yep.
They led the odd man rushes, and that's why Washington went on to win. They were the better team, obviously, but.
And I mean, speaking of Washington, the Islanders are coached by the former Washington coach, Barry Trotz. And
familiar foe.
Familiar foe, exactly. And that's another thing that boggled everybody in the NHL this offseason, why the Capitals didn't pay Barry Trotz and keep him on as their head coach. I mean, he just won them a cup.
Yeah.
But I mean, we talk about players on the Pens to watch. We got to watch. I mean, there's people on the Islanders, too, that are dangerous. They got their captain, Anders Lee. Matt Barzal, who last year arguably should have been Rookie of the Year. I think he was actually Rookie of the Year. And then Rob Leiner, their goalie, he's having a career renaissance over there. Him and Thomas Greiss. And Josh Bailey, who's also a high point scorer, and Kuhnhackl, who's a former Penn. He played with us last year, right?
Yeah.
Played with you guys last
he
year.
hit the post in the playoff game. And then Washington went down about 2 minutes later and scored a goal to win the series. So.
That's crazy.
Tom Kuhnhackl.
You guys got anything else?
No, that's...
All right.
Hey, Bucky, do you have anything about the Pens?
They can do something.
Yeah.
I think they can do... Sid will be Sid.
Anybody with Sidney Crosby on their team.
Sid will be Sid.
Yep.
And they're getting healthy again. They're getting all their core back. I think they can do something this year.
Well, I'd like to talk about a couple other matchups to watch in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I know we're going to go over it more next episode because the playoffs will be in full swing next week. So, I mean, I think there's two big games. I'm just looking at the Eastern Conference. Me, obviously, it's Tampa Bay versus Columbus. And the Lightning, I think, Columbus, Blue Jackets. The Lightning are looking to cruise into the second round, but with league leader in points, Nikita Kucherov, he has as many points as his team has points, which is just insane. 128 points. His team has 128 points. It's unreal.
Watch out for Columbus. I'm telling you. You don't believe? I believe in Columbus.
You believe in
Columbus? I believe. I'm calling first round upset. There you go.
I see you have that as a first round upset. I mean, Columbus, their goal is to get out of the first round. They've been dumped in the first round the last...
Look at the teams they played, though.
The last 2 seasons. But you think about it, the last 2 seasons, whoever's beaten them is going on to win the Stanley Cup.
Exactly.
So I guess you could
Exactly.
say Columbus is the gateway to the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Me as a Columbus fan thinking that. But you were talking about upsets. My upset, I think the Carolina Hurricanes are going to beat the Washington Capitals. I mean, they've got Sebastian Aho, they've got Peter Mrazek, they've got all this young talent, they've got their crazy end-of-game celebrations, which are going to be happening in the playoffs. They confirmed it. It's happening in the playoffs for every home game they win. They're doing the air raid siren thing. And, I don't know. I mean, the Caps have been pretty wishy-washy this year. They won the division, obviously. The Metro is arguably one of the toughest divisions in hockey.
Yeah.
With teams like the Pens, Blue Jackets, Caps. But Carolina coming out of this Atlantic division, I mean, they've got all the momentum swinging. They've won, I think, 5 out of the last 4 games of the season this year. They're just riding that tide, and they're wearing their alternate blacks for their home games, which they were, I think, 8-1-1 this season in. So they're just looking to ball out this year. But more on that next episode.
All right. Shout-outs or...
Yeah, are we doing?
Well, we could either shout-outs or
Let's
pizza
do
first.
shout-outs first.
Yeah. All right, so my shout-out this week would be Josh Bell, my man from the Pirates. You know, played great against the Reds, and hopefully he can continue this going forward.
Me?
Yeah.
My brother Ben Aft had his 2 varsity hits today as a
Good for
freshman.
him. Good for
Starting
him.
on varsity.
Good. Love it.
And my fantasy baseball team 1-0. 1-0 so far. So.
I'm going to shout out Mike Clevenger of the Cleveland Indians, the only pitcher in the first 2 games to throw over 10 strikeouts in his first 2 games. Clev, you're the man.
Played him this week in fantasy.
Yeah, he's an animal.
Yep.
He's an animal. Bobby, you got
Yeah,
any shout-outs?
I got a shout out. My man Bobby Finn
Yeah.
breaking the St. Vincent baseball home run record with 20 career home runs right now.
Oh,
No
20
doubt
home runs.
he's going to end with even more.
Yep.
We're
yeah.
calling it.
Great job. Pizza?
Let's do it, boys.
Oh, let's do it.
All right. Get you a center in the middle.
Me?
Just open it
Yeah.
up.
Okay. We'll open it. We got Pizza Sienna here. Hold on, I'm going to bring it up to the thing
That's fine.
so we can see it. Look at that. Pretty solid pizza. It's kind of cold. It's been sitting here for a little bit,
About an hour.
but it's all right. One bite, everybody knows the rules. Everybody here is getting a slice.
Scale 0 to 10.
Scale
Just
0 to
just
10.
pass them out so
We'll
I don't
just-
screw anything up.
All right. It's been a little bit. It's been sitting in here for a
Nice
little
and
bit.
nice and steaming hot.
Nice and
Just-
steaming hot. Yep.
Oh, a little bit of a
Not the
flop,
big
a
piece.
little bit of a
Yeah, I'll take the
Latrobe
big
flop right there.
Yeah,
All right,
Latrobe
not too
flop
bad.
right there.
Thick cheese, which I love. I'm more of a cheese guy than a sauce guy. I don't know how you guys feel.
I like the thin crust.
Really? I like that.
I'm not a big fan of the thick crust.
Really? I
Not
wish
a
they
big
put like a
Stuffed
little bit-
crust though.
I-
Stuffed crust.
I wish they would have put like a little bit of seasoning.
Yeah.
On the crust.
Anyway, a little bit of a flop.
A little bit of
A
flop.
little bit of flop. Anyway, one bite, everyone knows the rules.
All right. Mine doesn't have any flop. All right.
Oh,
Mm.
pretty good.
Pretty good. Kind of greasy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
The grease adds flavor, I think.
A good cheese to sauce ratio.
Yes, very good. I'll take a bite of the crust.
Bucky,
It's pretty good.
pretty good. Pretty good.
I feel like the sauce kind of, there's not that much cheese on the top, so the sauce kind of blends into the crust, and I think it's pretty good. I would say. What are your scores, boys?
You know, perfectly cooked. Really good. Crust not too hard. A lot of cheese.
Mm. Cheese.
That's what makes it good, though.
I'd say it's pretty good. Maybe 7-1.
7-1. All right.
8.
8.0.
8.0. Right on the dot. Good
Right on the
piece of
dot.
pizza here.
That's a rookie review.
Good piece of
That's
pizza
a
here.
rookie
review.
Good piece of pizza here.
Look right here. Let's say. Would you say 7.3?
7-1.
I'm gonna go 7.3. It's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's
Yeah.
the best pizza in Latrobe.
It's
I'll say that.
respectable. It's respectable.
It's the best pizza in Latrobe. I will say that. Contrary to popular belief, that everybody thinks it's Joey-O's. I will say Pizza Sienna.
We'll
Best
do
pizza.
Joey-O's later.
We'll do Joey-O's at another time. Bucky,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I do got to go with my Joey-O's over this. I do. I am more of a sauce guy than cheese guy.
It's alright.
This has a little too much cheese for my liking.
Mhm.
I'm give it 5-6.
Oh,
Hey,
Bucky.
Bucky.
It doesn't really impress me that
Tough
much.
score.
But hey, it's pretty good though.
Well, I think that does it, right?
Does it for us here off the bench.